Cek sound. Ntar ya guys ya. Gue soalnya harus kelihatan sini. Ini dia harus full screen. Dia nggak bisa separuh-separuh. Oke. Oke. Quality-nya di 240 aja. Karena cuma buat baca chat. Baca chatnya susah. Baca chatnya harus tunduk ke bawah. Yuk. Mari main-main. Welcome to Planet Zoo. Gak setua ini juga kali ya. The fuck? Ya. Jangan di random lah, jangan di random lah. Kenapa gak ada yang bener semuanya, Cok? Gila. Bener, Cok. Bajunya gak ada yang bagus. Weh, jelek banget. Better lah. Selamat siang, Bapak Rian. Place your... Apa nih? Position your avatar everywhere on the globe. Oh, nanti bisa gitu. Kita kan di Indonesia ya, guys ya. Indonesia itu mana? Ya. Hahaha. Gak bisa di zoom ya? Sini ya? Bener kan? Bener gak di sini? Berapa? Oke, deal? Deal ya. Anjir, gua demen nih ini. Yes. Indonesia banget. Terus nge-hang gitu. Sabarlah, dia lagi ngeloading dulu. Weh. Jam 1 paling kenapa GPP. Kenapa dia error ya? Tapi lagunya jalan. Cuk, kenapa nih? Buset. RDR2 enggak sih. Ini anjing nih, gamenya langsung hang, coy. Fuck, dudes. Gimana? Gimana nih? Ini gimana nih gamenya nih, anjir. Woi. Wah, ini game gila, cok. Bentar ya, sabar. Tenang, sabar. Gamenya hang. Gamenya gila. Statusnya suspend gak tuh? Apaan sih? Shit. Dia ke Jakarta langsung error. Why? Why gitu loh, sampai gambar Granger 2 juga masih keluar. . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . kasih. Terima kasih loh, anjir. Bete gak kira-kira? Bentar. Kok sampai error ya? Kok ngeri gitu loh kalau error? Hah? Bentar guys, sabar. Gamenya minta ditabok soalnya. Game capture. Kok udah keluar ya? Sabar. Begini. Game-game baru tuh ya beginilah ya. Lagunya ada. Gamenya udah keluar. Tuh. Coba yang window ya. Nah, ini keluar yang ini. Terus habis itu udah keluar lagi. What? Why? Oke. Guys, aman. Dah. Waduh. Berat. Ini terlalu berat. Dah ya, ini udah oke semua, harusnya gak ada masalah sih. Bentar, ini susah banget. Capture. Nah, biar enak liatnya, Bapak. Susah banget sih. Dah, gak usah nenek. Dah. Apa membingungkan gitu loh. Tahu gue mau ngapain. Karir. Kita mulai dari pertama guys ya. Kenapa gue ada di sana? Oh, enggak sih. Emang tutorialnya gitu doang. Challenge sandbox. Oke. Sign up. Ini dulu lah. Tutorial dulu. Di Jakarta langsung error tadi. Start. Lihat. Beruangnya merayapnya pelan banget. Woi, cepetan. Sekarang enak gue kalau ke belakang gue masih bisa ngomong. Kalau kemarin gue kalau mau ngomong harus tempel ke depan. Capek pinggang, tau gak? Ini yang punya game mana nih gak keluar-keluar sampai sekarang? Alright.
Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off.
Kasih.
Don't worry though, I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Oke. Goodwin
Hello there.
House.
From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on.
Oke.
But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Ini. Ini kan susah banget. Udah lama gak main-main game-game kayak gini. Bentar. Lebih enak itu dari atas sebenarnya, guys. Di atas itu lebih gampang buat kita. Locate the grizzly bear, enter the grizzly bear animal. Apaan coba ini? Gimana nih? Kita suruh ngapain? Weh, suruh ngapain nih? Ada yang tahu nggak? Vehicle mechanic. If you look at that magnificent grizzly bear, cleaners.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Terus gimana nih?
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Udah, terus.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about
Susah.
your animal. The most
Iya, kayaknya kan
important thing
Jurassic
being its overall welfare.
Saya nggak
You'll
paham
learn
aku
more
tuh.
about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Oh ini. Anjay.
So now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals.
Wah, ada
You
bisa
can also
sinematik
get
ya
this
tuh.
view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Gimana? Locate the western habitat. Oke. Oke guys, sabar guys, pindah tempat. Ah, ini dia. Tuh gua jago ya. Kita bisa beradaptasi cepat. Nah ini. Western African Lion. Ini mama dia mama. Bisa dipindah. Ya, this is it right. Terus gua harus ngapain? Objective. West African Lion. Ini, Cok. Mana lagi? Itu masuk. Wah, gila, banyak banget, gede banget. Banyak banget. Nih. Kenapa ada singa dimasukin ke dalam?
Panthera Leo, all the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Ke empty habitat. Gue jago, cuma ini hilang lah.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain
Adopt
something.
2 newcomer
Well,
warthogs. Ini
two
kita belajar
somethings.
dari nol loh kan.
Warthogs. So
Udah
I'd
download
like you
belum?
to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Animal trading, this one.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants. When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home? When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Gimana? Kepala gue udah sampai nih, weh. Look at the animal. Ya ini, terus open.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible.
Okay.
Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of
Mahal
good
tuh RDR.
standing
Gak
that these
masuk akal harganya.
warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment.
Gue mulai stroke liat nih.
Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
Ya, gue gak paham sih. At feeding station.
Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the
Ya.
warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Di mana buatnya? Food terus small. Nah ini. Ah. Wah, gue bisa gila sih main kayak ginian, coy. Food terus small. Si mana ya, guys ya? Beneran gak nih? Ya udahlah.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Terus?
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now,
Iya,
our
masih awal
contractor
makanya.
had to leave in a
Bentar,
hurry,
gue
so
belajar
it's
dulu. Gue
placed in
sambil
a
belajar.
feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Nih, kenapa? Gimana? Gimana? Apa yang kurang di sini? Apa yang kurang?
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Dah.
Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Oke. Gua agak ini ya, agak bingung ya. Oh, kita disuruh pasang di sini doang loh. Hah? Apaan?
the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Hah? Gimana? Oke, Mak. Siap.
Good work.
Oh, gampang
Remember,
banget.
before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder.
Betul.
But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
Oke. Ini yang gelas. Hah? Bener kan? Highlight a section of barrier and then click the grass. What is this, man? Apaan nih? Jadi kita kayak jadi gelas kaca gitu nantinya. Ada yang tahu ini ngapain? Doraemon ada, tapi gue belum main. Hai, Nicholas. Sorry ya, ini gue baca chatnya susah. Ya agak gimana gitu. Apa secara fisik gue lah, gue lagi bingung. Gimana? Replace a section with glass. A section doang. Someone help me. Bisa ditarik dong, anjir. Berarti ini bisa tarik dong. Oh. Tapi tidak ada yang menjawab permasalahan kita sekarang. Kita delete satu kali. Heh. Kita ganti dengan ini. Gimana, guys? Orang pintar itu memang gitu. What and why? Kenapa lu bisa ada di tengah-tengah? Gue mulai gak masuk akal gitu loh. Apa ya? Apa ini, Wan? Lu lihat ini ada angle snapnya semua. Oh. Bilang pada saya orang hebat itu gitu, Wan. Tidak perlu banyak-banyak kan?
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure
Aman,
the
aman,
guests
aman,
can
aman.
get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't.
Susah banget
The
begini.
last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach
Facility, ya.
places like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Sama kayak gua nih, butuh donasi.
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think?
Ya.
Let's get 4 of them in here.
Move. Move. Move, turun semua kalian. Bocah-bocah nih buat pusing kepala.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Oh gitu. Gimana? Gimana anjir, gak tau gua. Oke. Gua gak tahu ini apa aja ya, Cok ya. Katanya sih deket-deket sini bagus gitu biar orang-orang bisa melihat dengan lebih sempurna lagi. Mau bebas.
Oh,
8 giga
good
doang.
to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can
Ini leher ini
actually
mulai
run
tegang
at
nih guys.
43
Gak ngerti
miles
ngapain
per
soalnya.
hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Gimana? Hold down Z. Bilang kayak anjir. Dia udah kasih kita rotation. Come on. Nah.
This keeper hut only has space for 1 keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests.
Karena
Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness
oke.
negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we? Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Begitu. Hup. Kok invalid rotation, woi? Gue selalu salah buatnya.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers.
Cara keluar
I
dari.
want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet.
Oke.
Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's
Galau,
not too
Cok.
far away.
Susah sel kan ginian. Soalnya susah dari tutorialnya. Kalau tutorialnya
Kasih,
gampang enak.
Your next job is to
Tutorialnya
build a
susah
habitat
banget.
from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Oke.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Iya, iya. Emosi aku tuh. Oke guys, oke. Tenang, tahan napas. Tahan napas, tenang. Oke. Oh, ini bisa dinaik turun. Oh my goodness. Oke. Terus gimana nih, Cok? Tuh gimana lagi? Anjir. Sana oke. Tadi aku bisa tarik dia ke sana, sekarang kok nggak bisa ya. This. Ini ada ini. Apa ini? Weh, ini apa? Gue bukan arsitek, coy. I know shit, right? Bener lah. Wow. Bisa gitu. Gak bisa. Panel to shot. Udah. Cukup. Sekarang kita mau kasih kaca. Kaca itu penting biar penonton kita bahagia meskipun zoo-nya kita berantakan. Terima kasih. Gue main apa? Wan, beli game itu yang gampang dikit lah. Gila lu, kasih gue game-game kayak gini. Lucu tapi oke. Animal trading, coy. What the fuck? Tadi suruh apa? Objective. Add a habitat gate. Oke. Penting buat kesehatan, cok. Tutup, cok. Door windows yang bener, cok, door. Kayak gini deh. Ritual ini buat dosa, cuy. Kita tambah pintu dulu. Gue beli pintu, lupa di mana. Hebat bukan? Nah, ini loh.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Yang benar.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Hah? Gitu. Gitu. Gitu kan? Apa sih? Set boundary itu 3,7 meter. Oh, cuma 3,7 meter. Bilang kayak anjir. Gak begitu caranya. What? I'm fucking done lah. Game apa yang membuat kalian cepat gila? Ya game kayak gini. Sudah 3,7 meter. Apa sih? Wah, ini kenapa bisa? Aduh. Tolonglah, kalian gak perlu rebutan gitu. Bisa kan? Kenapa tanda ininya suka hilang dia? Apa sih subscribe makasih loh. Bete nih, ada orang tua lagi bete main ginian. Tutorial kayak tolkon nih. Susah banget dah. Main game itu yang gampang dikit tutorialnya. Astaga naga, ini gak bisa diselect all apa langsung? Okay.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
4 meter deh, 4 meter deh, 4 meter deh.
Place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Oke. Tadi dia minta apa? Donation box. Mana donation box? Mana? Hah? Tolong donasikan saya
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore.
Kenapa
I
beda
think
ini?
it's time we adopted those tigers.
Ayo kita adopsi, ayo. Oke guys, kita adopsi guys. Mahal, gak apa-apa adopsi. Uang itu banyak, ya. Soalnya bukan uang kita, gil. 1 biji tuh 10.000.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them. This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Mana waternya? Water option are found under terrain.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Cuman gitu doang? Serius? Weh. Yalah. me something good. Hey! Oke. Terus kita kasih habitat. Mahal kali, bos.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like,
Buset, gede
just
banget.
pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Gede banget, bray. Dah. Increase hard shelter welfare to 60%. Hah? Apa itu? Increase hard shelter welfare. Hah? Wah, bisa gins. Ya. Bentar. Increase terrain welfare. Kepala gue gak sampai coy, ini susah banget nih. Ini bagus tapi terlalu sulit ya, ribet. Kita yang zaman now itu main game gak mau cari ribet, kita tuh mau cari seneng. Sebentar biar gue berpikir ini kita disuruh ngapain. Increase hard shelter welfare. Apa itu maksudnya, itu apa gitu loh. Increase terrain welfare. Terrain welfare apa sih? Hah? Gak paham gue. Ada yang paham gitu, coba ajarin aku. Gak paham aku tuh. Why? Apa yang salah? Di luar udah kelar, kasih mainannya udah. Apa intensitasnya kali ya? Apa sih?
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
The blueprint. Dua gitu buatnya. Dua ya. Gak paham gue ini. Oh, bisa blueprint. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oke, itu bisa duplikat. Aku tak paham tapi aku tak paham. Lagunya enak, yang tenang ya. Yang main yang gak tenang. Shelter itu ditaruh di dalam kan, bukan di luar. Iya, supposed to be. Supposed to be. Cepet gila. Wan, gimana nih Wan? Gue udah skip sih. Gimana ya? Gue skip banget nih main kayak ginian. Ini tanggung jawab, ini harus tanggung jawab nih yang beli gamenya. Wan, you watching this live stream lah, huh? What should we do right now? Tanggung jawab, Wan. Iya ada ginian dong, gue baru tahu. Wah gila. Terbaik. Makasih. Singanya di mana gak datang. Hai. Cuy ya bisa gini. Ada sinematiknya. Tapi sayang banget. Gue gak nyambung message-nya itu apa. Gamenya oke. Soalnya gue bingung yang di ini loh. Objektifnya disuruh apa nih? Hard shelter tuh 60%. Oke, itu udah masuk ya. Oke, udah bersih. Weh.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Ini kenapa begini ya, by the way ya? Hello, gua gak bisa. Gemes banget, gemes sama gamenya, bukan sama itunya. Nah ini, hard shelter udah oke. Terrain welfare ini apa terrain welfare? Gila, gue jago banget coy. Tiba-tiba bisa sendiri. Terrain welfare. Hah? Tuh 100%. Gue gak tahu lu mau ngapain. Ren ini disuruh ngapain nih Ren? Terrain warfare. Oh, sorry ini gue menghalangi ya, tapi gue udah bisa tarik juga. Ini gue buatin rumah lu nih Ren, baik banget. Baik aku tuh. Shit. Apaan sih? Gue gak paham yang ininya. Suruh chat kali ya, chat ya. Bisa juga. Guys. Hey, kalian berdua. Hey. Enak ya. Seto bangke. Gua yang pusing. Apa Ravoter? Bukan lah, nggak mungkin Ravoter. Oh, ini. Game yang mengesalkan. Wih. Gila, gue bisa buat kayak gitu ya, luar biasa banget. Gak, itu salah. Suruh apa sih? Ini siapa lagi yang mampir-mampir kesini? Gak usah mampir. Sutaikun susah. Gue buatin rumah-rumah buat kalian nah ini questnya objektifnya agak nggak masuk akal nih, gak manusiawi. Dan gue udah bisa geser ke halangan kamera tuh. Harusnya wow. Increase Terran welfare. Mana Terran welfare-nya? Mana? Ini apa nih? Bener aja kamu. Oh, ini bisa gini. Bilang kek. Oh, bilang kek. Ini apa lagi? Dah. Ini loh. Dia ada di sini. Akhirnya. Weh. Apaan tuh? Fix. Fix ini. Ada meteor jatuh, cuy, di Bonbin. Terima kasih. Nih, penemuan abad ke 2020 nih. Apa sih bisa ada kayak gini ya? Gue mau normalin lagi gak bisa gitu. Nangis lo liatnya. Cok. Udahlah. I'm done. Tar. Ren, lu ngapain, Ren? Ayo. Surprise deal. Tanggal 6 sampai 7 November. Wah, gila. Ini cakep, Cok. Beli. Ini gratis nih. Gratis. 8 giga 60.000. 20 giga ini murah nih harusnya nih. 20 giganya itu mana? 30 giga 130.000. 8 giga 60.000. 20 giga tuh cepet ceng. Mahal juga ya dipakai wifi. Anyway, gengs, ya gue gak tahu ini kenapa bisa tiba-tiba keluar kayak ginian. Dan ini kita gak bakal menyelesaikan yang ini juga. Ah, udahlah. Nonton Terminator ya, Ren ya. Game apa nih, susah banget. IQ gue terlalu tinggi buat main game ginian. Anjing, harus diselesaikan. Harus diselesaikan. Fuck, kalau udah gitu gak bisa maju ke next stage. No. Kenapa harus saja Clara? Kenapa harus saja Kano? 16:20. Oke. Gua si Fran semua nonton.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Oke, jadi gini caranya nih. Dia baru kasih tahu kita.
Rightio, click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain.
Mana?
That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Oh, udah nih. Grassnya sure.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting.
Bilang kayak dari tadi bisa kayak gini.
Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Gimana? Terus gimana? Long. Gua bisa berantem sama mereka. Animal needs more grass short. Oke. Seneng lu sekarang, seneng. Udah sih, lo cok. Animal needs more soil. Oke, siap. Oke, siap. Grass long. Kurang apa, Cok? Kenapa grass longnya gak bisa? Klik. Jam 16.20 si Franz ngajaknya. Ajak nonton Franz. Oke lah, kita yang shot aja kali ya kita. Tinggal yang long sekarang. Gak bisa kalau kita. Oke, cukup. Enggak sih, salah sih. Shot dulu. Nah. Hehehe. Terlalu intens guys, terlalu intens. Soil. Oke, tinggal yang shot. Ini udah kayak pacaran aja sama macan gua. Apa sih soilnya sekarang yang berubah? Ya, yang berubah apa? Soil yang berubah, Cok. Shotnya kurang. Enggak kan? Dia harus turunin tuh yang itunya. Yang shotnya mana? Gak kelihatan, Ren. Tolong. Bete ini game. Mana batu? Mana batu? Biarin aja batunya mah agak ngefek. Crash longnya oke, tinggal ini crash shot. Crash longnya hilang. Oh, itu harus dikurangin sih. Grass shotnya di mana? Kepencet soil, please don't. Gua udah bisa lihat yang bedanya shot sama long ini yang mana. Dan ini cukup mengerikan, coy. Nah ya, come on. Nah, tinggal tambahin soil dikit. Alhamdulillah.
Right then. All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent.
Udah,
Deserts,
cukup.
savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab. Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Yang bener, gimana cara remove-nya?
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Gua kalau dapat piaraan kayak gini udah gue bunuh kayaknya. Double bete gue. Hookton Acacia Tree. Apa ini mintanya aneh-aneh? Hookton. Apa coba? Hookton Acacia Tree 01. Gila, dia picky banget loh jadi orang. Lu tuh jadi binatang gak usah aneh-aneh, coy. Banyak maunya loh jadi hewan. Satu biji $80 lagi. Itu gak orang kaya. Ya apa-apa. Gitu doang, itu udah mau dia. I mean like what the fuck lah. Kita harus menyebarkan kebahagiaan. Sudahlah, yang penting bisa ya.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Okay, guys.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Yeah. Oh, gua tahu nih.
Just find one of the peafowls and select them to open an information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
Indian peo. Mana Indian peo? Apalagi ini hewan apa ini? Ada yang tahu ini hewan apa? Hippopotamus. Hah? Adopt 3 new Indian. Oke, kita adopsi ternyata, guys. Bentar. Mana tombol adopsi gua mana? Apa yang mau gua adopsi? Apa yang mau gua adopsi? Ini? Oh, ini. Adopt 3 yang baru. Oh, benar. Gak ada. Gamenya broken, guys. Thank you. Bentar. Kita dapat yang baru, tapi kan yang gold nggak usah diselesaikan. Gue mulai bisa sih. Bisa stres. Oh, bisa dong. 2 dari 36. Oke. Kenapa Apa? Oh, kita ke link sama yang lain juga. Kita ke link sama yang lain, coy. Jadi kalau lu orang punya friend list, otomatis masuk. Aduh, halo Bapak Robert, sehat, 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 sehat. Sehat, sehat, walafiat. Renang yuk. Stres aku tuh main game kayak gini. Lu tahu gak sih? Cek library yang keluar bukan yang aneh-aneh, yang keluar tuh kayak gini. Makasih Wan, thank you very much. Thank you very very much. Gue cabut dulu deh. Renang gue. Cuman ngetes bagus atau enggak. Bagus, bagus. Bagus buat kepala-kepala yang terluka. Dah, bye-bye.